The Bison football team opening up their spring ball period today, a crucial time for new faces and new positions with the program. That includes some members of the offensive coaching staff settling into their new roles, a transition that they tell us has been relatively seamless so far. The biggest change in that offensive staff is the new offensive coordinator, Dan Larson. Larson, who has spent the past 5 seasons as offensive line coach for North Dakota State, will take over the play calling duties after the departure of Jake Landry. Joe Bashorner, who had previously coached the running backs and tight ends, has taken over the role of quarterback coach after Randy Hedberg's retirement. 2 new coaches, Dylan Schmira and Sam O'Jury, were also brought in to coach the offensive line and running backs respectively. Despite all this change on the offensive front, Larson told us it's been a seamless transition thus far.
I think from our player standpoint, it might be a different face and a different voice, and for some of them might help them, right, grow a little bit. But certainly that we don't have to change any of our terminology, right? We don't have to change a lot in terms of how we're communicating. It'll just be changed in terms of how it's getting communicated. The voice will be. But I think that makes it a lot easier, and I think it took a little bit of pressure off our players to understand everything's really staying status quo for the most part. We just got to keep growing and getting better, which that's what we want to have happen here at NDSU.
We'll get our first chance to see this Bison offense in full swing under their retooled coaching staff in their spring showcase. That's set for just over a month from now, wrapping up their spring ball in the Fargo Dome for the 2nd consecutive season. And speaking of coaches, we got some coaching news from Grand Forks about an hour ago. Another coaching change up there, the 4th this school year for them. Women's basketball head coach Mallory Bernard stepping down. Dennis Hutter is stepping into that role now, the associate head coach.
We see lots of players switching, the transfer portal and stuff. Coaches switching like at this degree is interesting.
Yeah, 2 days in a row. Brad Berry
yeah, big one.
not coming back, and now Mallory Bernard.